ironically, all the heat that AOC ultimately took for not allowing the distribution center to end up in Queens might ultimately end up being a saving grace in some respects, if you think about it. Now the idea that they're not going to have a distribution center that they can just arbitrarily shut down and say, oh, well, we'll have another one. You know how long it'll take to build a distribution center like that? Probably take at least a year. That stuff is not easy to do. So,
well, and again, I don't see where they have the location.
Yeah, Bezos's hands are tied.
Yeah, he's in a pickle.
Mm-hmm. He's in a little pickle.
He's in a very little pickle. That is a very small man.
He is.
It's a very small man.
It probably happened when he started losing his hair. And you would think with as much money as he has,
maybe that's why Jada has such a chip on her shoulder.
We never really got into it because I only did a solo thing. But
I have a lot to say.
While you guys are here, we're going to talk about what did happen at the Academy Awards. And it's funny. At the time, I thought it was bad. And the more the time has passed,
it's worse.
It's even worse. It's even worse.
All right. So here's my thoughts on it. First of all, physical violence as a response to words is never acceptable. It's just never acceptable. I don't care. Words, grow up. Okay. It's a very small person that resorts to physical violence. I think that it shows a few different things that are very sad. I think it shows a very sad and emasculated man that does not have like a normal relationship with his spouse, because that is just very dysfunctional in and of itself. I think it shows that.
Oh, they definitely have like a effed up marriage.
Something is very weird there. It shows that. And then I also think that this is extremely racist, what he did. And I would like to say that I want everybody to imagine that it were somebody like Jimmy Fallon or Ricky Gervais or David Letterman or Hugh Jackman or whoever else has hosted these things in the past.
Hey, Mel.
And do you think for a second that Will Smith would have gotten up and hit one of them in the face? Because I don't think so for a second. And I would also point out that Ricky Gervais has said way more offensive things. Love him, by the way. But like, it's the fact that he felt entitled to get up and go hit Chris Rock. He wouldn't have done it if it were a white person. I absolutely do not believe that. And that is something that should sadden everybody in and of itself. And then there's the wealth privilege that he exhibited by getting to just go walk and sit back down in his seat after just assaulting somebody. I think that's incredible. The whole thing is a sad commentary to me. So
it's not just sad commentary. It's also emblematic of how much, first of all, I absolutely despise Jada Pinkett Smith. I always have.
I don't care about her one way or the other.
I think that she is an extremely entitled and overinflated sense of ego type person.
But see, you don't know her. And
I don't. But I can see the actions.
Yeah, I mean,
the fact of the matter is, a lot of people, and listen,
she definitely has resting bitch face.
I only have a small amount of sympathy for Will because I think he really just had almost like a nervous breakdown and just kind of broke in that moment. Because he initially laughed at Chris Rock's joke.
Because it really wasn't offensive.
But he looked over at his not so happy wife and then just snapped and then just went up there and did what he did.
He's been so emasculated.
And here is a man who has had to deal with the media hounding on him for I do not pay any attention to this at all.
Clearly you do.
But no, do me a favor. Don't make comments like that, please. So I really don't. And so then ultimately, I started reading about the fact that Jada was apparently having an affair with her own son's friend. Could you imagine what that's like?
No.
That's just disgusting and wrong and inappropriate. And here's a man who's the only reason he was not thrown out is because he was going to win the Best Actor award.
No, I don't think that's it. I think it's also just that level of like privilege and entitlement. First of all, let's talk about how disgusting it is that this even exists in the first place, that we're even talking about this. Sure. So basically an entire room of wealthy people congratulating each other about being wealthy. And it isn't that I don't think there's a craft in acting, because I do. But let's be real, the Oscars are all about fame, fortune, glamour, and Hollywood. It has nothing to do with thespianship or whatever. So that aside, this is pathetic in and of itself. Then the fact that he feels entitled to get up and punch somebody and then just go sit back down and knows that there's no real repercussions. He was so confident there would be no repercussions. And
what if he actually hit a guy that could defend himself against him?
Well, it's not that. I don't think that it wasn't that Chris Rock couldn't defend himself against him. I just think that he took the high road and he comes off looking great. And I think he handled it well. And Will Smith looks like a very sad, small man. And it's pathetic to me.
Which he is.
Yeah.
And
it's
again,
just pathetic.
It's sort of like everything just kind of coming together. And
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar even went off on this big time. Apparently, my husband's a big Kareem fan. It's like his idol.
I am as well.
Like Kareem is his idol. So he saw something that he had put out saying, like, just devastated at what this set back in terms of like
of black men. Of course, absolutely.
And what it like the fact that because he and I think he also pointed out that he wouldn't have done it if Chris Rock was a white person.
And it's not just that; it's and again,
but that's a big deal.
The action was so bad, but I'll tell you what makes it even worse. What makes it even worse is the reaction that you get from some members of the black community and just people in general who are like, "I'm so proud of Will. He really did a great thing." Like, do you not understand how this looks? Do you not get it? Do you not get that black men have to carry the burden of not looking or being portrayed as animals in society 24/7? And you are defending this action? Are you out of your fucking mind?
They don't see the big picture, I think. They just get kind of, supportive and defensive. But yeah, Kareem, I think, said it. And this is not good, people. Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.